Emily thought her journey was over. She had changed. She had moved on. But life always has one final test, and hers came on an ordinary afternoon, when a young woman walked into the cafe where Emily once worked, and history nearly repeated itself. Emily wasn't supposed to be there. She had only stopped by to grab a coffee. She hadn't set foot in that cafe since the day her life fell apart. But as she waited in line, she noticed something that made her heart stop. A young woman stood at the counter, nervously holding her wallet. Her clothes were simple, her shoes worn, and across from her, a waitress, rolling her eyes, tapping her nails, speaking just loud enough for the customers behind her to hear. "Listen, honey, if you can't afford it, don't waste my time." The girl's face turned red. People in line whispered, chuckled. Emily's stomach twisted, because she knew exactly how this story ended. Unless she changed it. Emily stepped forward. The waitress barely looked at her. "Do you need something?" Emily ignored her. She turned to the girl. "What do you want?" The girl hesitated. I just wanted a small coffee." Emily reached into her bag, pulled out her wallet, and placed a $100 bill on the counter. "Make it a large." Silence. The waitress blinked. "You don't have to do that." Emily's voice was firm. "I know." The young woman's hands shook as she took the cup. "Thank you," Emily smiled. "Don't thank me. Just remember this moment." The girl nodded, and as she walked away, Emily watched as a weight lifted off her shoulders. Because for the first time, she wasn't just someone who had been saved. She was someone who saved others, just like Keanu Reeves had done for her. As Emily turned to leave, she noticed the waitress's face. Guilt, regret, recognition. And suddenly, Emily understood something. The waitress wasn't cruel. She was just who Emily used to be. Someone stuck in the cycle of bitterness. Someone who hadn't been given a reason to believe in kindness. So Emily took a deep breath and did something unexpected. She slid another $100 bill across the counter. "For you." The waitress's eyes widened. "Why?" Emily smiled softly. "Because people can change." And then she walked away, for the first time, completely free from her past. Because redemption isn't about erasing your mistakes. It's about becoming someone better than the person who made them. And Emily? She finally had. Somewhere, Keanu Reeves heard the story, and he just smiled, because he had always known. The real test wasn't what Emily did for herself. It was what she would do for someone else. And now, she had passed.